It's your boy Rob, and we are back with the Plant Manifesto, baby. And today is going to be a quick plant update. It's going to be on a plant that we actually just updated recently, but one of its new leaves came out and it blew my mind. You guys are not ready. But stick to the end of the video because if you live in Orlando, I have a plant that you might potentially want, and I'm trying to get it off of my hands. So there might be an option for you to be able to purchase it for me because it is a more of a rare plant and it's come from one of my mother plants. So you guys stick to the end of the video. I'll show you that and I will give you details on how you could potentially get the plant. All right, so the plant that I wanted to go ahead and show you guys today is going to be the Monstera Esqueleto. And we're talking about this brand new huge freaking leaf. So I was telling you guys before that me and this plant, I had some great communication going on. I was starting to grow up this moss pole. I can now see that this plant has fully incorporated itself into the moss pole. There's a lot of those white roots and that hard plastic. And because that plant is feeling so much more supported, it has given me this insane huge leaf. I would say that this new leaf is double the size of the last one, and this is still a little bit soft. So this leaf is not fully finished off hardening. To see this much growth is insane. This just shows me that as I continue to extend this moss pole and it gets more stable and more sturdy, we're gonna have some mammoth leaves. In one of my last videos when I was showing the Esqueleto, somebody wanted to know what type of fertilizer I use and what I use to feed my plants so I get this huge massive growth, and I will go ahead and show you guys. Now, before I go ahead and show you guys the fertilizer that I use, I think it's super important to say that I am not sponsored by this company. It would be nice to work with them one day. I really like their fertilizer. It's what I use on all of my plants, but there's no sponsor here. I bought this with my own hard-earned money, and the fertilizer that I'm going to use is Purived. This is like very, very viral on TikTok not too long ago. They were actually doing a big sale where this big huge thing that's usually $80 was actually $40. So I do a cap full of this, and then I also am going to do a cap full of silica also. So I originally got silica for my Monstera albo. Silica is something that helps to strengthen those whites inside of variegated plants. But what I found is silica is used and good for all plants. I feel like this is definitely allow my plants to be a lot more stronger and tolerate a lot more harsh conditions. So I do a cap full of this and a cap full of that, and that is the fertilizer that I use every time I water my plants. And to go ahead and wrap up the video, I told you that there was an opportunity for all my people who live in Orlando to potentially get a plant. Let me go ahead and show it to you. So it's actually going to be a Monstera albo cutting. This is going to be from my mother plant. This